Hello everyone, I am Juan Pablo Morales Arias and this is my homework. Okay, in the cooking section we have the tortilla viquebradense. Okay, we could know that the preparation of the special dish of the breakfast tortilla viquebradense, the ingredients was the following: 5 eggs, the butter, the tomato, the onion, the salt, the addition of the potato and the bacon, the chorizo Santa Rosano, and at the end the chicharrón. Okay, this preparation is for people. First, like the previously homework, we must soak the chorizo, the bacon, and the chicharrón. We must split them or chop them very finely, and with oil. We fry them previously. Uh, and must prepare the potatoes very well washed and steam them until they have a soft consistency and that can be manipulated. Then the next step is the prepare the stew. Finally chop the tomato and onion and add it to the pan with the butter to taste, and we must wait until it is well fried, that mixture. Later we'll begin to incorporate the ingredients at what we had previously fried. That was the Santa Rosano sausage, or the chorizo Santa Rosano, and the chicharrón, including the bacon, and add them and go stirring yet, and add a little more butter. Add salt to taste, but we had to try not to put too much salt because this can affect the taste. Okay, so we had to be balanced in that part. Then we must have we proceed to add the potato that has been uh, cooked very well in slices, and we will incorporate it. That the mixture is very consistent, and the next step is to allow all the ingredients to mix perfectly. When you have had enough consistency, we place a hole in the pan to go with the thin consistency. We wait for about 5 minutes, and we can remove. We don't remove the lid to keep it the consistency once cooled. We can take the tortilla and a plate, and at the end, just you have to enjoy this plate and accompany it with whatever you want. It can be a natural juice or a milk chocolate. Okay, this is the news section. Okay, for today, we had the boxer Manny Pacquiao, which uh, which has rebelled. Who has rebelled. He chose to fight Kate Turman, yeah, in order to prove he is not over the hill. The 40-year-old ring legend will take on the unbeaten American in Las Vegas on July 20. It will be his 71 fight, and the Filipino insists he was not ready to back away from the challenge, even at this stage in his career. I've never scared of a challenge, he said. Uh, I'm so excited for this fight against an undefeated champion. He's the kind of fighter that you can underestimate. His record and success gives me more motivation to work hard. I will make sure that I am 100% run ready for this fight. We'll find out that happens on July 20, but it's going to be exciting. I like being the underdog for this fight because that gives me more focus on the training. That's where the words of the challenger. Okay, Pacquiao wants a challenge, and I am very grateful to be sharing a ring with a legend. If you understand boxing story, You know that times change. I believe that boxing is in a new era. Come July 20, Pacquiao will disappear. He'll always be remembered in the sport. I'm doing to Manny Pacquiao what he said to Oscar de la Hoya. This is a big fight. I've been waited 22 months to get back in the game. We had our ups and downs, but Kate Thurman is back on the rise. I'm going to make a big statement. I am excited to be the guy who shows Manny Pacquiao where the it is. He's a legend who's done great things, but I've never lost to a fighter who's lost 7 times. I have no intention of losing this fight, and I don't see him winning in any shape or form. Speed, power, and overall ring EQ will be the difference. I am one of the smartest fighters in the sport. I always find a way to win, and I know that Pacquiao comes in shape, but he's going to fall short of that finish line. Okay, and this is the second sport new. The title is What Conor McGregor Said After His First Round Against Floyd Mayweather. I've been careless and overconfident in some fights, but this time around it's different. Katie Thurman is a good fighter, and we are going to make sure the fans are happy on July 20. I choose Kate Thurman because he's undefeated, and I wanted to prove that at age 40 I can still beat a great fighter like Kate. My time is not yet over, my journey is continuing. I'm going to prove that on more July and 20 against Kate Thurman. Thurman has fought just once in the last 2 years after taking time out to recover from injury. He outpointed Jose Lopez in January, and he's ready to reintroduce himself to the boxing public and send the Pacquiao into the retirement. He said, "This is a blessing to be here and a dream come true. I started boxing at the age of 7, and I worked hard to be a champion, and I've always wanted to fight the greatest names in the sport." Conor McGregor has revealed he told his corner his fight with Floyd Mayweather was easy after his first round. The then UFC champion will eventually lose in the 10th round after Mayweather toyed with Richmond. But MC Gregor claims he forced the ring legend to change his style in order to beat him. Mayweather is known for his field shield defense style fighting. He was a one arm tucked under and another under his chin. He deflects shots with his shoulder, he told Tony Robbins. He's a back-footed fighter, and that's what I prepared for, because that's why I had seen from him. Then, when I went into the fight, I was whooping in him in the early rounds. Actually, went back to my corner after the first round and said, "This is easy." Then he had a switch up his style, and you've got to respect that. He switched to the Mexican boxing style. The Mexican boxing style is where you put your elbows in tight and walk forward with heavy pressure. He never fought like that in his entire career. Since losing the Mayweather in 2017, Mike Gregor was stripped of his lightweight title before losing his challenge for his old belt against Khabib Nurmagomedov. He claims he was promised a rematch in the octagon by Mayweather and remains keen on a second fight. I haven't heard from him since. We'll see what happens. I will love another go in boxing ring to see what happens. I know he's not going to come into my game, but I would love to rematch him and under boxing rules again and have that knowledge and my sparring partners come forward with that style and see where we go. I believe I will win. Actually, there I go again with that fake humbleness. I know I will win. Okay, this is the third sport. New Anthony Joshua names three things he admires about Dylan White. Okay, Anthony Joshua has admitted his respect for bitter rival Dylan White. The heavyweight fought clash in 2015 with Joshua stopping his fellow Londoner in the seventh round. He has gone and to become heavyweight world champion while White has rebuilt his career and he's eager for rematch. In that, the pair had been expected to meet at the Wembley last month, but White rejected the offer. Joshua will instead fight Andy Ruiz, who himself replaced Gary Miller after he failed three drug tests. A second fight with White remains a possibility, however, and Joshua would expect it to go the same way. Okay, that wasn't words for him. It was hard because that was an emotional fight. That wasn't even about boxing. He told G-Date Sport. He spoke reckless. That was a fight for London, South and North. I've been knocking everyone out, so you assume you're going to come in a boom. Dylan is on the floor. Some fighters are different to kettle or fish. Some of them had a bit of heart. Yes, he has improved. You've gotta respect his consistent. The thing I like about Dylan is you don't really see him out clubbing. You don't really see him out partying. When asked how he'd deal with a rematch, he said, "Same way, who's got the bigger heart?" Joshua clashed with Rios Jr. at Madison Square Garden on June. One will be his first fight since he knocked out Alexander Popkin last September. And the 2012 Olympic champion revealed just how he managed to see of the Russian. "You've got to look at the ring and the space that you have," he said. "It is beautiful space, and it's just about maximizing it. What we call it is ring generalship. What I did, I looked on the outskirts rather than staying in the middle and fighting his game. I may not be going your way the first 11 rounds, but in the 12, if you have it stuck in there, and adapt all it takes is one punch. Make him make a mistake and catch him with one shot. Boom! Heavyweight champion of the world, just like that." For all the latest updates on Anthony Joshua and boxing products at G-Day, check out G-Day. It's sport. Okay. Okay, this is the entertainment section. The movie that I selected this time it was The Real Steel, which was the the last movie that I had to select in the previously task, and it's so great. Okay, and the question about the selected movie is okay. The first one, who is the movie called? It's called Real Steel. Okay. B. Do you think this name is appropriate? Why? I think that this name is appropriate because it has to do with robots of a giant size and at the same time they are made of steel. The third question is then let's see what another game would you give to the movie and why? Okay, the name that I will give it to is Warriors of Life. Since the film is about the strength of will that must be had to face the obstacles that life imposes on us. What kind of movie is this? It is an action, drama, and adventure and science fiction movie. When and where it was made? The filming took place mainly in the USA state of Michigan. Real Steel was in development for several years before production began on June 24, 2010. what do I think about the places? Okay, okay, I think that the places where they are prepared for that scenario was just perfect. Would you get some extras? Why? For me, the movies, it seems right to me. I think it does need any extra place, and I think the places agree with the script to follow. What is the movie about? Okay, Real Steel tells the story of a Charlie Kenton, an unsuccessful boxer who loses the chance to win a title when powerful robots on 90 kilos and more than 2 meters in height begin to compete. Becoming a small-time promoter, Charlie survives by assembling low-cost robots, which he points in amateur circuit fights. When this situation hits bottom, Charlie is associated with his almost unknown son Max to build and train an authentic champion robot. As the beasts increase, Charlie and Max, against all odds, will have a last chance to succeed. Okay, what is my opinion about the movie? In the consideration of locations, actors, script, and makes any sense. The film, in my opinion, was quite entertaining, and the locations were appropriate for the contenders between the five robots. With respect to the actors, each one played their role in an adequate way, and they unfolded their role in the best way. When observing the film motivates the viewer to watch it until the end. The message is clear since it describes the difficulties of communication between the father and son, as well as how to overcome the communication difficulties that can be overcome when looking for solutions to a certain problem. The importance of love is evident at the moment when difficulties are overcome. Some scenes are shocking at times when the father is irresponsible and irrational in the face of his son's slanted proposals. Which character do you identify most and why? The character that identified most was Max. Why? Because he's a boy who, at the young age, has a critical thinking. He's optimistic, creative, and draws attention as he supports and teaches his father to solve the different challenges to which they must face in the daily life. Okay, partners, that's it. I hope you like it, and thank you so much for your attention.